What's up, everyone? If you're rewatching this in 2025 and wondering whether the Meta Quest 2's 128GB model is still enough or if you should hunt down the 256GB version, you're in the right place. Even in 2025, the Quest 2 remains a budget-friendly VR beast, but storage needs have evolved. Let's dive into my 256GB headset to see how storage holds up today, and whether 128GB cuts it anymore. Storage breakdown, system and apps first. Let's crack open the storage stats. My 256GB Quest 2 has the OS hogging 25GB right off the bat. That's nearly 10% of the total space. Now my apps and games. They're sitting at 21GB, and environments like virtual homes or workspaces add another 23MB. But here's where it gets interesting. I tossed in a 4-minute screen recording to show you the storage impact. That short clip. 150MB. Imagine recording gameplay sessions or tutorials regularly. It adds up fast. Casual creators, take note. Multi-user reality families and shared devices. Now, if you're sharing your headset with family or friends, listen up. I've got 2 extra accounts here, each with their own apps and saves. Combined, they're eating 9GB. That's 18GB total for just 3 users. For households or VR cafes, 128GB could feel cramped fast. And let's not forget, not every app supports cloud saves, deleting and re-downloading games. That's a hassle, especially with slow Wi-Fi. Game sizes, the 2025 reality check. Let's talk games. My library has 25 apps installed, totaling 21GB, the biggest. A 3.74GB title, while the smallest is a 60MB utility app. But here's the kicker. The Oculus store in 2025 has some monsters. Take Medal of Honor. Above and beyond, it's a whopping 40GB plus. Even smaller indie hits like Walkabout Mini Golf now push 58GB with updates. And if you're into social VR apps like VRChat, custom worlds and avatars can bloat your storage silently. Future updates, they'll only get bigger. Free space and the enough myth right now. My headset has 202GB free, plenty of breathing room. But if I had the 128GB model, I'd already be down to 50GB free after OS and basic apps. That's before adding family accounts or recording content. And let's be real, in 2025, VR games are richer. With higher resolution textures and longer campaigns, a single AAA port like Resident Evil for VR could eat 15GB alone. You don't want to delete your favorite game just to try the latest release. 128GB vs 256GB, who should choose what? So, who's the 128GB for? If you're a casual user with 10-15 apps, no screen recordings, and no shared accounts, it might work. But let's be honest, even casual libraries grow over time, and with Meta's 2025 app ecosystem pushing boundaries, you'll hit limits sooner than you think. Now the 256GB. It's for power users, families, or anyone who hates storage anxiety. Want to keep 20+ games installed. Record 4,000 gameplay clips. Share with free users. This is your safe zone. Plus, with Meta phasing out Quest 2 updates, you won't get expendable storage, so choose wisely. The 2025 verdict in 2025, here's my take. Unless you're on a razor-thin budget or only use VR for Netflix and fitness apps, 256GB is the smarter buy. Yes, the Quest 2 is older, but game sizes aren't shrinking, they're exploding. And with used 256GB models now priced close to 128GB ones in the refurbished market, the upgrade costs peanuts. Future-proof your fun, folks. Stay virtual,